Hey guys, this is M13, and this is my dog. Her name's Babao. And people always talk about what a great dog she is, but to be perfectly honest, she's mostly a headache. This dog, when she's indoors, when she's at home, which is most of the time, she just cries and whines, because she doesn't like, she's an outdoors dog, 100%. But as long as she's outdoors, actually it's not true. I was gonna say as long as she's outdoors, she's okay, but that's not true, because if we stop in one place for more than 30 minutes, and she starts to cry too. She gets bored. But as long as the scooter's moving, then she's fine. I could ride, if I go to a park, even, for more than 20, 30 minutes, she gets bored of the park, and she starts to whine that she wants to go somewhere else. But as long as she's on the scooter, and as long as the scooter's moving, she won't cry. Like, I could ride for an hour and a half straight, and not stop for gas or anything, and she'd be fine. She wouldn't complain once. Yeah, this is old news for most of my subscribers. So I still upload videos when I'm riding around with me and her, and people will be like, "Hey, there's a dog on your scooter? That's amazing. How does your dog stay on?" And if you're new to my videos, it's interesting for some people. So I thought I'd make a video on it. I think I have before, but if I have, it's been a long time. So yeah, not only does my dog ride on my scooter, but she rides well, don't you? And then people ask they ask questions about her falling off and whatnot. Green light. So let's see if we can get her to fall off. Let's see. No, she's fine now. What happens if I start doing some weaving back and forth? No, she's still fine. Braking hard? No, still fine. Yeah, I don't know. This is already boring for me. Yeah, I get a lot of people asking, how do you train your dog to ride on a scooter? And it doesn't take any training. I have one video where I go and I get a stray dog, like a dog that's walking on the side of the street, and I put it on my scooter and I ride away, and it's if you put a dog on a moving object like this, then dogs aren't stupid, it's just like if I got some person who's never been on a scooter and I put them on my scooter, they're not going to jump off while I'm riding, and neither is a dog. And if the dog does jump off, it's a stupid dog. That's that's Darwinism. Go real fast, let it jump off, and then you're helping out the genetic mapping of future dog generations. I don't know. I was gonna go somewhere with that, but yeah, she likes to stand actually, which is inconvenient for me. I prefer it when she sits, but recently she prefers to stand. Where are we going? It's 1 o'clock exactly. Yeah, and I've done laps around the island with this dog on my scooters multiple times. I've done, I don't know, I've done 12-hour days. Yeah, I've done, I think, longer than that. I've done like 14 hours worth of riding in a day with her on the scooter. She's fine. She loves it. And scooters are much more convenient than cars for dogs in many ways. Like if you own a dog, like if you live anywhere and you own a dog, I think you should get a scooter. Because, if I want, say for example, I lived somewhere where I lived in one of these apartment complexes, and then there's no grass nearby, so I want to take my dog for a walk. Using a car. Got to start the car up. You got to wait 3 minutes for the engine to warm up. It uses a lot of gas. It's car's overkill for taking a dog to a park. You don't need a car. The dog hops on the scooter, zoom. You can go anywhere you want. Sometimes I'm even like, maybe she needs to pee or something, and then I'm at a red light, and I'll tell her, okay, just go pee over there. There's some grass or something. So she'll hop off the scooter, walk, go pee, and then come back and hop back on. Light's still red. It'd be more difficult to do that with a car. You'd have to reach behind you and open up the rear door to be careful it doesn't hit anyone, and the dog gets out. Right? Do you agree, Baba? Yeah? Yeah. Yeah, that's it. So, has she ever fallen off my scooter? Answer is no, she never has. She was on... I've had a couple of, like, minor crashes. Not even, yeah, just minor crashes, like me bumping someone and the scooter tips over with her on. She just hops off. She was never hurt like that. I had one more. One time, a friend of mine was riding a scooter, and he had her on his scooter, and he had a fairly serious crash. And she her leg was cut. You know, she had some road rash, I do believe it's called. But you know, that was it. She didn't break any limbs or anything. But even if she had, you know, like, I'm sure it's a price that she would gladly pay for the freedom, you know. Like, so far she's had 12 years of riding on scooters on pretty much a daily basis. You know, like every day when I go out and I go to the store and I go to buy something or whatever, she just hops on the scooter and comes along with me, you know. And that's every day. That's her life. She gets to travel all over every day. You know, and if at some point I get into a scooter accident where she actually breaks her leg or something, you know, which would I therefore regret giving her 12 years of fun and freedom? Of course not. You know, that's... You get people writing in, that's dangerous, you shouldn't do that. It's like, okay. Yeah, it's okay for me to be on a scooter, but not my dog. It's okay for my son to be on a scooter, but not my dog? Like, I don't understand your logic. I get a lot of questions about theft in Taiwan, and as an example, in Taiwan, most people leave their rain gear, it's raining out, on their scooters, and their helmets, not locked up, not tied. It's very common, so couldn't do that in Canada.